Good evening and welcome to DETV News, your trusted news source. I'm Matt Ford. We begin tonight with a police investigation after a racist symbol was painted on several businesses, stop signs, and billboards around Wilmington. Police say at least 4 swastikas were painted in the western part of the city between 11:30 p.m. Friday and midnight Saturday. The vandalism was found on a billboard off of Union Street on Pennsylvania Avenue, the Columbus Inn restaurant, as well as some stop signs. One was also found on the Brandywine Counseling building right next door to DETV Studios on Lancaster Avenue. Good Samaritans in the community painted over all the symbols in town. Investigators believe all of the incidents are related. According to the Department of Justice, hate crimes have been on the rise in Delaware, increasing 40% from 2020 to 2021. The Anti-Defamation League says that there have been 10 incidents in Delaware since the beginning of 2021. 5 of those included swastikas. As police try to figure out who did this, one clue may be in the drawings themselves. The symbol was painted incorrectly or backwards, which the Anti-Defamation League says is often traced back to a young person attempting to shock graffiti rather than white supremacy. The Anti-Defamation League also noted how important it is to report these incidents to them as well as police. Anyone with information is urged to contact Wilmington Police at 302-654-5151. In other news, a fiery crash left 4 people hurt on I-95 Monday, but if it weren't for an off-duty first responder who jumped into action, the situation may have been much worse. The crash happened in the southbound lanes just before the Route 273 exit. It involved a utility truck that had burst into flames. Jimmy Ryan is a member of the Minquist Fire Company and was driving home from work when he spotted the wreck. His instincts quickly kicked in and he stopped to help pull the victim out of the burning truck.
I ran to the vehicle to see if there was anybody in there. Once I realized there was someone in there, I broke the window and started to get the guy out. We continued to pull him out and hit him with a fire extinguisher to get him from stop burning and dragged him away from the vehicle.
Switching gears now, a new medical information program is now available for all seniors and disabled residents in Newcastle County. County Executive Matt Meyer, alongside of the Chief of Emergency Medical Services, announced what's called the Vial of Life program. It allows the owner to complete medical information forms and then place them into provided medication bottles.
Vials have the magnet inside, which will be placed on the front of your refrigerator. This alerts EMS that you are part of our Vial of Life program. So when we come to your house, we're going to look for this magnet on the front of your refrigerator, and we're going to know that you're going to have this Vial of Life in your refrigerator, so that way we can obtain your medical history information as well as your demographics, because that is going to save crucial minutes while you're having a medical emergency.
The Vial of Life stands for Life-Saving Information for Emergencies. The vials were provided for free by local pharmacy Ivera Health and can be picked up at any of Newcastle County's libraries, Newcastle County public safety buildings, or can be requested by emailing vialoflife@newcastlede.gov. In other news, a $350,000 donation was announced by Senator Coons at the Food Bank of Delaware in Newark. The donation came from Bank of America to help address food insecurity in the region and to help the growing need for services and hunger relief due to the pandemic. In Delaware, thousands of adults and children are facing hunger each day. For every $1 donated, the organization can provide up to 3 meals to the community. The bank's donation will help provide over 1 million meals to families throughout the first state.
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like, what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
This message is brought to you by Newcastle County Government.
Hi, I'm Dr. Neil Hochstein at ENT and Allergy of Delaware. We've been very fortunate to be protected from COVID-19 with the vaccines, but now we're hearing a lot about booster shots. If you're over 65 or have some immune compromise, booster shots are an effective way to strengthen your immune system again. It's the same vaccine that you received with your first or second dose, and it can extend and strengthen the protection that you've already received. Keep yourself and your friends and family safe. Thank you.
To show their loved ones just how much they are loved and appreciated, many turn their attention to Boyd's Flower Shop on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is the biggest day of the year for many florists, and for Boyd's Flower Shop in Wilmington, it was a very busy day.
Usually Valentine's Day is the busiest day of the year, and it is the busiest time of the year as well as Mother's Day.
The shop even offered custom flower arrangements and delivery for those looking for those last-minute gifts for their sweethearts.
People can come in and pick up the orders that they've placed previously, and they can shop in the store and take what they see.
And love was literally in the air as the Brandywine Valley SPCA participated in a nationwide Valentines Rescue series that airlifted 500 at-risk homeless pets to safety. 40 of those pets were flown into the Newcastle County Airport from Miami. They came from the Miami-Dade Animal Services, an intake shelter that struggles with more intakes than adopters. The dogs and cats were made available on Sunday at Brandywine's adoption centers. The larger animals were part of the Be Mine adoption special, costing only $14. Well, as I'm sure you know, this past Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday, and many Delawareans gathered at the Queen in Wilmington to watch the Rams beat the Bengals. The Queen hosted a craft beer bowl Super Bowl party where people were able to watch the big game on an 18-foot screen while enjoying good food and top-notch beer from several local breweries. Well, I have to say that my favorite part of this year's Super Bowl was definitely the halftime show, but Nick Alessandrini is here to tell us a little bit more about the game. Hey, Nick.
Yeah, Matt, an unbelievable halftime show and a pretty good game to go along with it. Rams playing in their home at SoFi Stadium out in L.A., hosting Joey Burrow and the Bengals. Bengals, they had the lead late in the fourth, but Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, they lead the Rams right down the field for the go-ahead score, a 15-play, 5-minute drive to take the lead. Then, of course, Aaron Donald sealing the deal in the fourth on fourth down. Rams beat the Bengals 23-20 to take home Super Bowl 56. And that means for the second consecutive season, another Delaware native got to hoist that Lombardi trophy. Congrats to the former University of Delaware Blue Hen and Salesianum grad Troy Reeder, who had an incredible season at linebacker for the LA Rams this year and got to cap it all off with a Super Bowl victory. Now to some local sports here in Delaware, some boys basketball scores from this week as we are just a week away from closing out the regular season. Sallies, they get the win over St. E's Tuesday, 79-52. Brett O'Hara, 7 threes for the Sals in that one. Seaford, they take down Laurel, 76-54 in Southern Delaware. Laurel Bulldog Javier White scored his career 1,000th point in the loss. Tatnall was able to squeak one out over Friends 41-40 in a battle of two bubble teams. This last regular season week should be a good one. The Wrestling State Duels wrapped up on Saturday. First round was last Wednesday with all the teams still alive, heading to Smyrna High School to fight for the D1 and D2 state titles. In Division I, Cape Henlopen, your #1 team all season long, they completed their quest for back-to-back state championships, a 43-26 win over Cesar Rodney. The Vikings beat Smyrna in the semis, while CR upset the #2 seeded Sals. In Division II, it was a three-peat, another phenomenal season in the books for the Caravel Bucks. They beat DMA 52-15 for the team title. The Bucks, they rolled their way to their third straight championship, and DMA, they finished second, the highest placing in school history. Conference tournaments will begin this weekend with the individual state tournaments once again being held at Cape Henlopen High School on February 25th and 26th. Some big games upcoming in Delaware Blue Hen basketball. The men's heading on the road this weekend for 2 matchups against Elon on Thursday, then back up to Virginia on Saturday for a matchup with William and Mary. Hens right now sitting at the 4th spot in the CAA, but a nice few weeks for the Sanford alum Jair Davis. 14 points per game, 63% from the floor, while grabbing 4 rebounds. His 3rd consecutive CAA Rookie of the Week award. Jair really playing well for Delaware. The Lady Blue Hens will be at home Sunday at the Bob for maybe the biggest game of the year. The Hens and the Drexel Dragons sit atop the CAA standings, and the winner Sunday could be set up nicely for the regular season title. Dragons and Hens have a combined record of 37-8. Should be a great one on Sunday at the Bob Carpenter Center. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock. And some other news, Cape Henlopen football coach J.D. Mall will not return next season. In March 2018, the board approved Mall's appointment as head football coach. He replaced Bill Kollick, who retired at the end of the 8-17-18 school year. Mall had an 8-29 record the past 4 years. That's all for DETV Sports. I'm Nick Alessandrini, and I will see you next time on DETV News.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Good evening and welcome to DETV News, your trusted news source. I'm Lauren Wilson. Topping the news is the latest on COVID in the first state. Caitlin Pride has an update.
COVID cases have increasingly dropped since the peak back in January, but Governor Carney says that even though this is great news for Delaware, cases are still higher than wanted.
Still higher than we want it to be. We want it to be 100 or fewer, which we've hit at certain periods during the pandemic.
With COVID numbers and hospitalizations being down, the governor said that after this Tuesday's briefing, he is suspending the COVID press conferences for the time being and focusing on getting more Delawareans vaccinated and boosted. Governor Carney added recently appointed Secretary Dr. Mark Holodick of the Delaware Department of Education as a new face to this last COVID briefing to talk more about the mask requirement for students being removed after March 31st.
At the end of the day, we want to keep children safely in schools. That's what this has been about and continues to be about. We have an opportunity here if we really work collaboratively to get this right come April 1st, lift the statewide mask mandate, do what's appropriate at the local level, which puts districts and schools in the very best possible situation to keep kids there.
The secretary says that getting children vaccinated is the best way to prepare for the March 31st date. With DETV, I'm Kaylin Pride.
It's Teen Dating Violence Protection and Awareness Month. Flanked by lawmakers, the lieutenant governor, and representatives from supporting agencies, Governor John Carney signed a proclamation making it official. Teen dating violence takes many forms, and young people who are survivors often suffer from depression, substance abuse, risk of suicide, and other negative outcomes.
The lieutenant governor has already signed it. And so have I. February, Teen Dating Violence Prevention and Awareness Month in the state of Delaware.
Stephanie Rodriguez, the program director from Real Relationships, shared how the program directly services Delaware communities and adolescents.
So our Delta Project programming focuses on preventing relationship abuse by educating, skill building, promoting safe environments for youth. We are partnered with various school-based wellness centers and educators to deliver those services.
RealRelationshipsDE.org is an online resource where you can access virtual on-demand sessions that service youth, parents, and professionals. Scholarships are opening up for students in Newcastle County for 2022 college school year. The application process is now open. Traditional and non-traditional students in the county who are enrolled or will be attending accredited colleges in the fall of 2022 are encouraged to apply online. Newcastle County distributed more than $100,000 in scholarships to more than 80 students last year. The deadline to apply is March 25th.
This message is brought to you by Newcastle County Government.
Many wonder, what is a variant? A variant is a mutation or a change in the genetic sequence of the virus. Some of our methods of treating COVID-19 become ineffective. If we were to simply get vaccinated, we could decrease the spread and the likelihood that a mutation would form in the first place. Let's get vaccinated.
Train lovers from all over came to Wilmington this past weekend for the largest and longest running train show in the Northeast. Greensburg Great Train and Toy Show had the Chase Center flooded with train enthusiasts and collectors of all ages. The show featured more than 200 tables and over 60 exhibitors from across the country. The showcase also featured free workshops and demonstrations, door prizes, and much more. Students at the Bancroft School in Wilmington received a special treat they won't soon forget. The Gamma Theta Lambda Education Foundation welcomed back Step Africa to Delaware this year for Black History Month. Step Africa is a combination of percussion dance styles practiced by historically Black fraternities and sororities, traditional African dances, and an array of contemporary dance. The founder and creator of Step Africa, Brian Williams, was guest on DETV's morning show. He talked to us about the impact it leaves on students and families.
We wanted to bring to the stage a representation of our community that is strong, that is powerful, that is entertaining, that's also very educated, very informed. And so we want to bring that to audiences, that to not just have a good time and be entertained, that's important, but learn about this art form and be proud of the culture that Black and brown people have created in this country.
Thanks for watching DETV News. I'm Lauren Wilson. Be sure to check us out across social media. Stay well, and we'll see you next time.